In this video, you're going to be taking a look at Cat Miin for the Revenge of the Sith line. She's a personal aide to Shu Mai, who was also released as an action figure in the Geonosis War Room set around 2002-2003. In fact, Cat Miin here is just a straight repaint of Shu Mai. Shu Mai has a little bit more of an orange colored outfit about her, while Cat Miin here has more of a purple. So I'm personally a fan of this action figure. I know some people aren't, but if you're a big fan of Separatists, you want some more characters for your Separatist Council, I think she's an essential action figure to have. So I think her species is a Gossam, is what they call it, from the planet of Castile, if I recall correctly. Definitely one of the more overlooked action figures from the Revenge of the Sith line. It was towards the very end. I forget exactly what her number was. Well, it was in the last few waves. Similar to Pastel Argenti that we'll be taking a look at next. So the head sculpt I think is okay. There is some nice details in her face there. Looks like she has a more neutral expression. See her eyes detailed in there. They could be a little bit more defined. I think her left eye looks a little bit different than her right eye here. Does have her ears here, I think. Then this headdress. She does have her long neck here with collar. Attack of Clones, we do get a couple lines from Shu Mai. And of course, Cat Miin here is just standing in the background. I don't think she ever speaks at all in any of the prequel films. As for the rest of her outfits, it's pretty basic. There's not a whole lot to really say about it. But there is an interesting detail to note is you see this yellow slash across her chest here. That's supposed to be a lightsaber mark from when her and Shu Mai meet their end on Mustafar at the hands of Lord Vader. I'm not sure why Hasbro decided to put that mark on her. They did it for Pastel Argenti as well. I know some people are not a fan of that. They'd rather have just a regular action figure with no extra marks like that, which is understandable. I think it's alright. It really doesn't take away from the aesthetic of the action figure, in my opinion. And then if you ever want to make a diorama display of that infamous scene in Revenge of the Sith, it certainly helps build that out, which I'm thinking about doing that at some point. Just before I sat down to review this video, or sit down to make this video, I was thinking maybe I should make that scene at some point. She does have a greenish color skirt here, a little bit of purple. The rest of the design there. And her legs, which it kind of makes me wonder. Her name is Cat, and her legs here are kind of like the back of the legs of a cat. So I wonder if there's some irony built into that or some meaning. Articulation is very basic. She does have a ball joint at the head, which has a very nice range of motion. She does have swivel shoulders, and I think that's pretty much it. Yeah. No leg articulation, no waist. She doesn't need a lot of articulation anyway, but maybe hinged elbows or something like that, or swivel wrists even would have been nice. For the most part, she's just a background character, so there's not a whole lot you're really going to do with her. Other than have her put her arms up like that, or maybe have her laying on the ground like this for Lord Vader. She doesn't have any accessories either, except for a display stand, which is this is the first time I think I'm showing this stand off on the channel. It's a very unique one at that. Obviously, it's from Mustafar. This is supposed to be like the rocks, and the lava back here. It's very nice. I never owned any of these stands back in 2005, so with Cat Miin and then Paso Argenti, these were the first samples I ever got in my collection. And it kind of looks like you can put them together here. In fact, I'll bring out a second one. Yeah, a lot of these stands you can put together, but I guess you can kind of do that with this as well. Probably make a square. Well, it's not really a stand that you're going to be using for a diorama with her, because she's never standing outside of the elements there on Mustafar. She's always going to be inside the command center typically. But at least Hasbro gave something. If they did include any accessories, maybe a communicator or something like that would have been nice. But that's alright. And they printed the label on the back of her skirt here instead. I think that's pretty much all I can tell you about Cat Miin here. I will bring out a couple comparisons. Figure we'll be taking a look at next. Paso Argenti. Another one that's kind of close to her. Pago the Lesser here. And who else? And that might be about it. They all look good together. So would I recommend Cat Miin for your collection? If you're a big fan of Separatists and you want to add some more to your collection, then yes. Is she the most essential action figure that you need? No, probably not. Definitely a very niche character. I'm glad she's in my collection. As I said, I'm a big fan of the Separatists and the Separatist Council, so she was kind of a must-have. I do hope to get the Shu Mai at some point. Thankfully, between Cat Miin here and Shu Mai, they're not very expensive at all. Even if you get that Geonosis War Room set brand new, it's really not that bad. And I also have to get Sand Hill at some point as well. And I think that's pretty much all the action figures I'm missing from the Separatist Council that Hasbro has made. But overall, I'm happy she's in my collection. I would recommend her if you're a big fan of Separatists, or you want to expand your council, or you just want some extra background characters for your collection. And I imagine that Hasbro will never re-release her ever again. And I'm sure not too many people are going to be too upset if she never gets put on a TVC card. But you never know. Never say never on anything. But anyways, that concludes this review. I hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for plenty more reviews in the future. There will always be more to come. If you haven't already, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate all your support. And check out some links in the description if you haven't done so already. Of course, as always, thanks for watching.